Okay, so hopefully the weather holds out. Motor mounts on, flex plates on, everything major is on it. It's time to hang it off. Motor's in, hood's back on. Really just took some finagling, had to set it down, pick further forward to lift up on the motor, and then I was able to get it on the dowels and get one bolt in on either side. But I ended up having to take a jack and using jack under the oil pan with a block of wood, and got it tilted just right to get everything to go together. So it's sitting in here, about to go under and do the motor, the rest of the bell housing hardware, put that in, and then I'll try to do torque converter bolts, and I may call it a day from there. Putting one of these in is just a chore. Alright, okay. Alright, so the motor is sitting on motor mounts and the bell housing bolts are in. I don't have a good way to film doing that, and to be honest, it really sucks. So I think next I'm going to do torque converter bolts, and that'll be the last major, like, under car. Oh, too fat. Too fat for my creeper. Claustrophobic. Back here is where torque converter bolts go. I got one hole already, almost handy. Back here is the torque converter. It's pushed way back in. Oh, there's a hole. Guys, I didn't stage this. Much wailing. Alright, all the torque converter bolts are in back there. Just had to get in the inspection window and like spin the torque converter around and pop it forward. Wasn't quite, I guess, on the snout of the crankshaft. Double checked, rolled it over on the back on a stock flywheel or flex plate like I've got it. It does say engine side, so momentary crisis, I thought I had put the flex plate on backwards, but I didn't. New day, back on wrapping up this reinstallation of the rebuilt motor. I'm gonna do this exhaust manifold and spark plugs, other exhaust manifold, spark plugs, Yep.
That means I gotta fix the engine.
Drop that down in. That'll keep it in place.
I need the screwdriver.
Because I'm a glutton for punishment, got the AC compressor put back on, which was a pain because they don't leave you a lot of room to reach the bottom 2 bolts. Exhaust manifolds are on either side. It's time for the intake manifold. I got my gasket surfaces cleaned up, plugged in my oil pressure sensor, plugged in the good old VLOM, and we're going to try and fly this intake manifold in. So it has gaskets that clip on, hold them in place, nice O-ring face. Put those in. They torque 18 foot-pounds, it seems like. Everything on this motor torques. Connection from here to the valve cover is your PCV. Goes from there to here. Most of the time it'll be some kind of janky little pre-made thing, but they're always, a lot of the time, man, they're old, it's broken. So I'm just going to use 3/8 hose, go from this main manifold vacuum to the PCV. Got all the fasteners started. Let's see if we can reach them. Got the exhaust manifolds are hooked back up so that when I start it, the O2 sensors can read. What else have I gotten done? AC compressor is reinstalled. I'm just gonna clip. Alternator, EVAP, think I labeled this one because it goes out on my AC compressor. I think this AC compressor. Starter. I think this is a knock sensor. What we gotta do, grounding bolt, a good scrub. To be a plug over here for the mass airflow sensor. Just part of the AC compressor clutch. Boom. Mass airflow sensor. This little black plastic piece runs along the front of the oil pan, like so, and holds the harness. So that's what I'm about to put in. It's held by this 10mm. Sensor, and then low oil switch is right there, and then there's actually crankshaft, that little gray elbow crankshaft position sensor. All those connectors are down here with me. about to happen. I got my harness put away. Now I'm going to put a starter mounts with these 2 bolts. Has the solenoid connection. Your main battery connection goes here on the starter. Little one, 8mm, maybe, yeah, 13mm, 1/2 inch, whatever your preference is. And sway bars, mildly inconvenient. Throw this. Okay. I don't fucking know. You wouldn't be the first asshole that ran a leaf blower at 9:30. Speaking from experience. Said speaking from experience. Okay. So starter solenoid cable is connected. Time to fish this thing up into position. Up in position. Okay. Any day now. What am I hitting? Easy does it. Easy does it. Trans cooler lines. For it.
But it's better.
Got the water pump in, 6 bolts, the gasket behind it, hooked up the heater hoses, slipping the coil packs, all come out in one bracket, slip those in, these 10mm studs, and then opposite on the other side, and then it'll be power steering pump, radiator fans, fluids, start, prime it. We're going to go to prime the motor. We're going to pull. Okay, so what you want to do is take with an Allen key, take this oil galley plug out, and then go to your random gauge adapter kit left over from forever ago and get a M16 by 1.5 gauge adapter. This is M16 by 1.5 metric OD 1/8 NPT ID. And then this bad boy will thread into your block. Thusly, screw a hose barb into this and then pump the motor up with oil. Okay, so for priming, got my gauge adapter converted to hose barb, going to this clear tubing. Got a few quarts of the oil into this pump sprayer I modified. Got a little valve action. Actually, watch. The oil has flowed up, and this should fill the galley. There should be a check valve to keep it from running backwards out of the oil pump, and this should prime up through the motor, supposedly. We'll let this run for a second, then we'll bar the motor over, Good. The motor should be primed with oil. On the SD card, but while the files are transferring, I've got engines wired, hot lead, ground, belt, intake, radiator, got coolant on board, motor oil on board. It's time to start it. So what we're going to be looking for when I start it: oil pressure. First, oil pressure. Knocking and leaks. Ready to do this? Watching for oil pressure. Comes the oil pressure. 40 psi cold. I would have expected it to do better than that. All right, so we got 40 psi. Would have thought it would run higher oil pressure than that, but no serious knocking. A little bit of maybe a little bit of a miss. I'm going to check to see. I'll do the crankshaft. Look around for massive leaks. Get it up to temperature. Check engine light.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Look at this cool dinosaur.
All right. $120. Well, if that's true, that's sad. 60 psi. Let's come back. Check this again. Okay guys, so if you look, you see a motor on a stand, not a motor in a car. If you looked at my video with the first start of the rebuilt 5.3, I had 40 psi of cold oil pressure. That was with a Melling high volume oil pump installed. So as that motor warmed up, it got to probably 15 psi of oil pressure. By the time I was able to get a code reader on it, it started misfiring. I had a consistent misfire. It wasn't hitting on cylinder 2, wasn't hitting on cylinder 3, cylinder 2. Both were misfiring. Global low oil pressure, no bad sounds in the bottom end, definitely lifter noise. We're going to deal with that hopefully. So this next video is going to be me troubleshooting what I did wrong building this motor, because you saw in this first clip that my cold oil pressure on a rebuilt engine was 40 psi. If you go way back to when I pulled this motor, I actually had like 50 psi of oil pressure. Somehow rebuilding the motor, I made the oil pressure worse. So we're going to try and figure out what could be the reason on a rebuilt LS, 5.3, LSX, whatever, on your rebuilt engine, what could be the root cause? What could be causing zero or low oil pressure? I'm convinced if I had a stock volume oil pump in it, that it would have been zero oil pressure. There would have been no oil pressure whatsoever. So we're going to tear this thing back down and figure out what I did wrong.